Hi everyone, I am going to do another funnel pour like I did last time. So I'm hoping that I get different results, but similar but different. That's a bit better, a bit more light. Okay, so I have decided to use different colours. I have picked out Lava Flow from Eraldo, which is a red, black, white, dark blueberry, which is a grey, and this one is cool yellow. Let me double check. Yeah, cool yellow. So I just want to see if doing it with a bit more basic colours, how it's going to turn out. I put 2 drops of silicone in the 3 coloured colours and 1 drop in the white, 1 drop in the black. I mixed them up really well this time. I thought I'll try and get the silicone coming so it's not so much bigger cells but hopefully more smaller cells. But who knows how it's going to behave. Sometimes they behave the way they want. So the paint's feeling a little bit thick. I mix them, I think it was 1.5 to 1. Yeah, it's about 1.5 to 1, so they could be a little bit thick. Who knows? And this time I'm also going to do, instead of putting all the colour in at first, I'm going to do 2 layers in the funnel. So I've gone white, yellow, I'll say grey, even though it says dark blueberry, it's really a grey. Then red, and then black. And we will just see how this one turns out. I had a busy day today, so I didn't have a lot of time to use my imagination to think up exactly what type of pour I was going to do. I've been wanting to do another one of these with different colours, so I thought, well, now's the time. Sometimes when you have busy days, you're just best to go with something that you've already thought of in the past and not try to pick out anything new. So the only bad thing about doing this is because I've got to hold the funnel, yeah, I can't let go of that funnel, so I can't scrape the cup out. I can only just hold it there until it's mostly empty. So and I hope I've got enough paint. It should be, because it's the same amount of paint as I used last time. So it may end up stretching a little bit, but sometimes just do something, have fun, see how it turns out. So these I mixed with my Elmer's clear glue and water pouring medium. I am going to try this with a Floetrol one time. I just haven't yet. I think the Floetrol would be quite interesting. It would be a lot more different. This feels a little bit thick. So I wonder if I did it with the Floetrol, whether it would come out quite a bit more runnier. So I brought a new light today and tripod, because my other one just still hasn't turned up in the mail. So it's a ring light, but I haven't got my angles quite right and it seemed a little bit dull, so I turned on my second my normal fluorescent light, but this kind of gives light from two different angles now, so we'll see whether it makes it a little bit more lively. Hopefully it makes it a little bit more better for your angle. So as you can see, it is quite thick. I think you can see that in the video, I'm not sure. Okay, so that's all the colours. So really there's not a lot of colours, so much black, white, grey and red and yellow. So I'm going to do that pumping action again, where you go up and down. So I haven't used this red a lot. So this red's Lava Flow. I think it's a limited edition. So similar to last time, it was kind of not showing a lot of different colours when I was doing this part. It was showing a lot of the same colour. But then once I torched it and started tilting, the other colours came up. Still coming out in a stream, so I'm not stopping it until it goes to a drip, and then I'm going to stop that. Okay, drip. There we go. Cool. Can see some cells popping up already. I'm thinking I might actually tilt it a little bit because I want smaller cells this time, not so much the big giant ones. So let's give it a bit of a tilt. I'm wondering whether I should torch last. You know what, let's torch last and see how it goes. I am a little bit concerned about the thickness of the paint, whether it's going to not be enough. I should get a corner catcher on this. Hope you guys can still see. The extra light is hopefully making it a little bit better when I do this. Not so much in the dark. And I didn't put any gloves on. Over the edge. Even the drips of paint coming off the canvas sound heavy. Over. Yeah. I think this might be a slight challenge to get this to go all the way over this other corner. It will get there. Just a lot of movement to get there. Yeah, so I wanted to do this in blues, purples and colours like that, but I've done so many blues and purples in other pours, I thought I'd not bore you with the same colours again. I would try something slightly different. I'm just touching it to kind of make it because it was catching a little bit. Come on, just that little bit more, guys. There we go. I really should have worn gloves. So I can see cells popping up automatically without me torching it. But I am going to torch it because I do kind of want more cells. Just got to touch up that corner. Yeah, a few of these corners miss out. It was really, really thick. More thicker than I was expecting it to be. Okay. Now, I can't pause it. If you're just going to have to excuse me for 2 minutes, well, 2 seconds while I just run and wash my hands in the sink. Well, that didn't even want to come off my hands easy. So that ended up being quite a very thick mixture. And I've got so much paint underneath my nails. Okay. That's satisfactory. Now where's my torch? Okay. So I'm going to torch from a higher distance at first and see if anything happens. But because it is thick, it may not want to play games, so I may have to get the torch closer. I'd like a bit more red to come through. And I have to get closer. So I'm going to stop for a minute. I torched it quite a bit, and I am getting lots and lots of really, really little cells, to the point where some of them are actually starting to join up and look more like lacing than cells. But it's brought out a bit more of the red, which I was happy about. Kind of got like little lines and runs of red. So I've kind of got a mixture of both. I've got areas with cells. The cells didn't want to come up in this last section, which was where the end of the paint came out. Decided, well, there's a few popping up, but I think it decided I want to stay the way that it was. I got lacing in there, or it could have just been cells that joined. And I've got the lines over here. It's different. I like it, but I think I'm so used to doing bright colours like pinks and purples and that. I'm not so used to the earthy colours. But these cells will grow more, and it is going to slightly change and alter. I'm going to make sure I scrape it, because I don't want it to pull my cells and change their shape a lot. I did get a lot of green, so I tried to keep the black and the yellow apart, but the black and the grey might have decided to make, it's not a bright green, it's kind of an earthy, dull green. It's hard to explain. And I think that might have been the yellow and the grey deciding to join together and make the colour that it wanted to. But doing it in the funnel, the colours are going to combine anyway. So, because even though you layer the colours as you do in the funnel, they kind of pull down, so it comes out in a different way to how you would if you were to flip cup it, or and really most other pours would come out quite different to a funnel. So I think those cells have done what they're mostly going to do for now. They'll probably slightly change. The mix was quite thick, so they may not have a chance to grow too much. There might be a little bit of too much resistance. I have to find my barbecue apron and start wearing that, because I'm going to get so many clothes with paint on it. So I'm going to pause it and bring you down for a closer look. There we go. So that really is quite different to what I'm used to. But I'm loving the amount of small cells that have come up. Come on camera, focus for me. There we go. Tons and tons of tiny little ones that have given really good different style of effects. You got this area here, which was the center part that came out. So there's a few cells, but it hasn't heavily celled up. And then these edges have got lots of little cells, but because they're small cells, it's not actually, from a distance, it's actually looking quite good. It's only when you get up close that you see the amount of cells that are there. It kind of just looks a little bit like a different effect. But yeah, this one's turned out pretty cool. And I do like how I've gotten different colours to normal. I think those earthy greens, the grey, the yellow and the red makes for quite a different colour palette. So, where are we? There's the whole canvas, and this is a 12 by 16, so it's an okay size. Not overly big, but not miniature either. And there we go. And the silicone I used was just the Helmars silicone. I didn't use hair serum or anything with this one. Alright, well I really hope you enjoyed this one. Different and kind of a different type of effect again. Please subscribe, share my videos, leave comments or like. I like to hear what people have got to say. Helps me learn whether people are actually enjoying the paintings that I'm doing. And yeah, have a great afternoon or evening, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.